Okay, so just something to consider when we're talking about manifesting things. To me, the idea of manifesting is using your thoughts, emotions, your language to shape reality, right? Now, these things are not the general rule. These are the exception to the rule. Now, what I see is that the reason why a lot of people fail at manifesting things that they are trying to bring about into their reality is because they're first not expressing reality as it is. They're not accepting their reality as it is, right? They're doing what I call positive thinking. They're trying to impose something on a reality that has no foundation and no docking system to be able to connect and for reality to change into. All right. When you're positive thinking all the time, what does that mean? It means that the reality that's in your subconscious is perhaps a negative thought, right? And so it's like holding this beach ball down under the surface and doing your best not to keep it at bay, knowing that eventually your arm's going to get tired, you're going to have to let go, and this thing's going to splash up and hit you in the face. So rather than do that, when you set out to do your manifestations, and it could be making more money, it could be a relationship, it could be health and fitness, it could be a holiday, it could be world peace, okay? It could be health for the whole world, who knows? So to be able to do that, you can't just fantasize about the future, although you need to have that vision. You need to also accept and acknowledge reality as it is now. And when you acknowledge reality as it is now, then the alignment can take place, because now you're making the connection from the mind that is in the actual reality that you reside in, and it's making connections to the future reality you want to manifest into. Okay, does that make sense? So it's a bit like navigating, right? Once you know where you're at, then it's easy to manifest your pathway and navigate your way to your desired destination. And the journey, so to speak, becomes really obvious about what you need to do, how you need to think, how you need to feel, what you need to say, the kind of people that align with that new reality, the people that don't. All that becomes a lot more clearer, and then you can start to make basic little steps towards that, okay? So for example, there's someone in the group here, and I won't say who it is because we don't want to out anybody, but I think it's relatable to everybody, is that this person wants to take their finances and their career to the next level, right? They've been working in a job for a long time, and I'm sure you can all relate to this, working in a job that you're maybe dissatisfied with, or you realize that there's a ceiling to it and you're not going to get any further, and it's just not going to cut it when it comes to manifesting the life that you desire. Okay, I went through this period a while, years ago, like a generation ago now, a generation between 15 and 30 years ago. And I think it was Dale Carnegie had a line that says, if you want to manifest financial freedom, or you want to create financial freedom, you have to have a business. There's no two ways around it. A job, even if you're at a top level executive, you're probably maybe on between $100,000 to maybe $400,000 a year plus expenses on the company, depending on how much value you bring to that company. But to get that kind of money, they own you. You're doing probably 60, 100 hours a week. You're probably making them millions and in tens of millions of dollars a year, and you're only getting 400,000 out of that at max. So that's still a lot of money, but the point is no one's going to pay you what you're worth. You need to be in a business for yourself. And so getting into business and being a business person, being a businessman, for me is it was like learning a language. It's a whole journey on its own. It's a skill set all by itself, in and of itself. and over and above whatever the business, product, service it is that you're doing and the skill set you need to provide that. For example, you could be a builder. You need to be a good builder, obviously, to get more work and be sustained and be in a sustainable place where you get lots of referrals and people want to work with you. But behind that, you also need to be a businessman to be able to run the business end of that construction business, for example. So if you're in your job and you're going, okay, I want financial freedom in my life, and I don't care how long it takes, whether it's a decade or 2 decades, or, maybe I'm 50 or 60 by the time I reach financial freedom, but who cares, because the rest of my life I can do whatever the hell I like, whenever I like, with whoever I like, as many times as I like, then it's going to be worth it to you to get started and not worry about how long it's going to take or what you have to learn. But practical steps is, like in Australia here, you're going to need an ABN number, right? Step 1, ABN number. Or if for whatever reason you can't get an ABN number, then you're going to need to start setting things up so when you eventually can get one, that you hit the ground running, you're prepared and you've got some things under your belt. You're not starting from a standing start. Makes sense? And so that's the same with health, for example. You want to start making better food choices. You want to start thinking about what kind of activities you want to do, or exercise you want to do, or where you want to go to the gym, or do you want to have a home gym? And maybe you go to Target and Kmart and Big W and you buy a resistance band for $6 and you start setting out an hour every other day to do some stretching or some light working out to get the body ready to take on that new regime when you can, right? So these are all things about preparedness, setting the stage, setting the setting, getting ready to be ready to do the action, to have the thing, people, person, time, event land into your reality and become your new normal. Okay? Once you've taken that all in, hope that helps, and I'll see you all in the next video.